Hey guys, still here. Welcome back for episode 4 of the Beer or Bear versus Dragon campaign. First off, thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate all the comments that you gave on episode 3, where I pretty much chewed out people who did not like the low graphics quality of episode 2. And apparently you guys really appreciated that, so thanks for that. Now, as for this campaign, we have one battle coming up in Nagotka. We're looking at increasing numbers of Russians. They have an anti-air company, they have a pretty high-end tank company, or tank battalion, an infantry guards regiment, and a couple of support units with the Iskander. That's that very long-range artillery unit. I don't really expect to see this thing in action, because the AI generally doesn't know how to use such a version of rocket artillery. Now I have one helicopter group here at the moment, but they're not really designed to go on the offensive at this part. I could just send them back, because at the moment I don't have enough firepower to go through all of these. That will change as soon as I get my tank regiment in, but they're going to be traveling for a bit. So I'm going to send in assistance, but not just yet. If I let them have Nakotka for now, and have them invited into Bolshoi Cayman, that means they come in from Nagotka, so that's over there. That would mean that ATGM units could start to greet them along these different buildings. So I'm going to avoid this battle and pull the battle group back here. The guys over here are going to go on R&R to continue building their cohesion and get ready for the actual fight. And we have a reconnaissance group, or actually a helicopter attack battalion. Yeah, that's the 342s and the attack helicopters. You're going to get ready here as well. Now I still have a couple of fleet units available, but I don't really think that I need them. They do have some ships. Let's see what they're coming in with. Anushkas, Munas, and a couple of helicopters, and two Stedegushchi, Taranchel, and Muna. Okay, I'm gonna have to greet them anyway. The North Fleet can only spawn in there. That's Nox-class frigates, Haobai with their long missile range, and Muna. Or the East Sea Fleet, Type 23s, Shanghai. No, I'll take this fleet. At least now I know what is coming at me. I can prepare for it. Let's send the A5s forward and see if they're going to come at me or just wait there. I hope they're going to wait so that I can have this battle group also join the rest of the fleet. We can have a bit more firepower over here and overwhelm both of these groups. Now there is one unit that I haven't R&R'd yet. The helicopters are ready. The planes here. J-10s and anti-radar missiles. Those could be handy if the AA decides to show up. Now what I'm sort of hoping for is that we're going to see this battle group push out. If they do so, they can only attack with the anti-air company and the guards, and these two, without their initiative, just will not be able to attack in that first moment. So hopefully they're not really going to push through just yet. As for further power that I can use, I have the Air Force, Fighter Squadron is too expensive, Infantry Battalion, Artillery, yeah, my very, very useless T-34-85s, Anti-Air Company, a couple of long-range Ponge. No, we're not going to use these. End the turn. Here we go. They have expensive helicopters coming in to cover Lerovo, a couple of IL-102s, SU-24s, mostly bombers. Okay, so what's going to happen in Bolshoi Cayman is that right now... Oh, they are coming in with all the groups. Interesting. Wasn't quite expecting that. I have all the sectors. I have 16 cohesion, they have 7, so a total of 9. They don't have too many tanks. They have 40. With the T-62 or T-72s being the least threatening. 64 BVIs can be taken down by ATGMs, and these are the only ones which have an APS on them. Besides the tank threat, we have a couple of infantry units coming in with the BMP-2. Igla with Scratchet. Do they have any helicopters? Not really. And Storms. Now this battle group is pretty much ready to receive, and we have a lot of ATGMs standing by to receive. We've got the Byonghae with their long range fire and forget top attacking missiles. Kong Bang are shorter range but still fairly powerful. A lot of tanks. All my tank groups are now joined into this sector, so with all the ZTZ-99As I should be able to provide enough fire support, and I can even call in my air power. This battle group is pretty much done for. They only have a command helicopter and a supply helicopter, so they're not actually going to be attacking. That means that I can use the aircraft that I have over here in a more offensive role, if they can reach that, and they can. I want the seed aircraft over here as well, so I can snipe the seed and then provide further fire support with the Snowy Owls. As for these, I think they might come in handy as well. So let's scare these out of Kurovsky. What? Oh, they're actually going to have a fight. Well, that was unexpected. I thought that the AI would just turn tail and get out, but apparently they still think it's a good idea to try and come after me. Interesting. Capture some sectors. Doesn't really matter because they have nothing that can hurt me. A couple of ZSD-90s are probably the fastest option that I have. Oh, these things are even faster. 80 kilometers off-road. Let's charge down the command helos. Alright, off you go. You and you move up. You move up. Drop, drop, drop. Oh, I still have 2 command units here. I'm not really interested in this fight. There's nothing interesting about it because I'm only hunting down command vehicles. And supply helos. If I can capture supply helos, that would be nice. As a bit of a bonus objective. There. But that's about it. There's 1 down. 2 down. Are they now dead? They're now dead. Good. Now I still have 40 points left. Let's join up the ships. With those 40 points, I can call in the shock regiment right here. That's going to provide me with a few more tanks. And more importantly, more cohesion. I don't think they're going to be actually joining into this fight because they don't have the initiative, but it's a start. Now, here's the plan. Set up ATGM defenses there, 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 and maybe here if I can reach that before the tanks do. I want to snipe out their AA. They have quite a bit of that, unfortunately, so I might not be able to make as much use of my own ATGM planes as I would like. The Books are long-range AA, the Tor are pretty long, the Sosna are not targetable, and the Bryusa is not targetable either, but the Malka, the Akatsiya, actually not the Akatsiya, but the Malka is locatable, so these things can be targeted for 110 points each. Alright, let's go. Now, we have a lot of starting points here. Let's first set up command units to make sure I actually hold on to the sectors. You go over there. Now, I'm not exactly sure which road they're going to be using. They might just spawn here in the middle. I'm going to be throwing ATGMs into these buildings. Here, 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 these, and I think I should have more than 1 fob available. I do not have a single fob available. Shit. Well, that's going to make this a little bit more interesting, because it means that my ATGM units are going to run out pretty quickly. Fire at the same target. Take that building. I'm not sure if I can make it to these structures before the AI does. Maybe if I come in from over here, I might. Still 1100 points left. Let's go for a couple of Jigokde short range support units. But I prefer them in the caution, because these guys are veteran and these are hardened. In case the enemy does get closer, and I think that they will, I want to have a bit of a welcome wagon here. And especially if those larger groups of infantry start to show, at that point I'm going to have to evac the... well, maybe I'd have to evac the Byonghae, but not even guaranteed, because those guys are better fighters than these are. Okay, maybe I can still use them. Now we do have a Ka-52 Anhur, two of these. They have a couple of longer range seed missiles, 5 clicks, that should outrange any AA. So again, I might be able to make use of that. But I'm not going to risk it just yet. I do an Anhur over here to start spotting. And for 697 points, I can field quite a few tanks. Let's go with guys who already had some experience here. And finally a couple of cargos to make sure that these AGGMs keep firing. These things only carry 1000 points of supplies, so I'm probably going to have to deploy quite a few of them. Yeah, a few more here. That's all the Mi-4s. Switching to the cargos. 127 points left. That means I can get one more tank. There. Alright, I'm going to slow this down. Here we go. Command tank spotted. Or command vehicle of some sort. HGMs are flying all over the place. Immediately getting 120 point kills. This is just a slaughter. But my HGMs are taking quite a beating. I hope I have enough of them. Here come the T-72s. Got Storms coming in. And I have 40 points per tick. We're going to start fielding more tanks. Cargos are empty. Get a couple of these transports away. The cargos are out. These are about to get into range. There we go. More HGMs coming in. Oh, the only thing I don't have is AA. Because I hadn't really expected too many helicopters and they only deployed one ANSAT. I still have all of my helicopters. I should have not sent these in. Okay. So that was quite a slaughter. Let's see what they have left. Oh, you took a fair hit. Let's get you deployed here. Now, where did that command unit go? We have some moving targets over here. What's that? That's a transport, I think? Completely forgot about these units. I want you to hunt down this one. I think whatever's moving around here is going to be an interesting kill. Could be their last command unit. Oh, hang on. It's a 53 point unit. That's a T-72 if I'm not mistaken. A couple of transports here. Can you hunt these down? One down, with infantry. AGGMs are being readied apparently. missing. Between these 4 tanks I have 12 charges of an APS, so I should be able to hold off a few missiles. Don't want to risk too many. That looks like infantry. Let's move the sniper team up. Anhur is not entirely repaired, but it's going to have to make do. Ah, there you are. Oh, there's a few more than I was expecting. Apparently the infantry is able to spot some stuff. That's a command unit, but that's not the last one. Is this artillery? No, it's a Scratchet. Hold off. So, where's your last command unit? And how did you sneak that one out? Wherever it went. Oh. Completely forgot to deploy that infantry unit. Not that it matters for my income, but the supply route would have been a bit shorter. Now, can we find that command unit? Something else moving here? What's retreating here? Those look like logistics trucks. And that is probably that ANSAT helicopter. And her took a big hit. Oh, a fob. What's this? Artillery. Oh. Damn it. So there's your last command unit. And that should make short work of it. What happened? They retreated? They retreated. Alright. And unfortunately that means that I cannot actually strike them, because all of my helicopter groups were already engaged here. I don't think I can get anything on target fast. Maybe we can get a recon helicopter group, but it's going to take a bit of time to get here. Okay. End the turn. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. These guys are now back up to strength. Not that they've been refit, but they're no longer panicked. They did lose a good number of tanks. They lost about half their infantry. AA seems to be intact, for the most part. Now if I'm going to go visit them in Nakotka, I'm going to come in from Bolshoi Cayman, so they can have a lot of other sectors. Yeah, I cannot move out the helicopters to the water. I was hoping that I could, because if I could do that, move from there to here, I could then attack them, or have them attack me and then try to come into their rear, encircle them and kill them. Apparently that's not going to work. Alright, that means that I'm going to send in all the ground units. Not so much the helicopters. I want the helicopters on R&R. And I want them to link up with the other reconnaissance group. I have another 30 points available. I don't really know what to spend that on. Okay, I'm not going to engage just yet, because at the moment I don't have a lot of tanks. The tanks don't have the initiative, so they cannot actually move. We have an NTR company here, a couple of Pongays and some Strelas, as well as a couple of Strela infantry. I'm not really eager to use these, because their range against planes, especially the Strelas, are just terrible. The Pongays are better. What do I have in the AA sections right now, if any? UBI, 2 PGZ-80s. Yeah, we do have the T-80 UNK with the Igla, again short range. Alright, well, I'm going to have to call them in because I don't have any other sort of air support. And unfortunately my attack aircraft cannot make it here. So I'm going to have to reassign these. Or send these forward. Air Force, Fighter Squadron. Deploy here, send forward. Assign. Assign. Can we send in any other air? More fighters. I wouldn't really call these fighters, but sure. I make 25s. Whatever, I have the points. Might as well. Okay, end the turn. And the planes are all coming in. Oh, they haven't actually attacked yet. Alright. That's actually pretty good. Because that means that I might be able to hit them. With a lot more air power than I had initially expected. Okay, so they have all of these sectors. I only have Bolshoi, but I have a lot of cohesion. They don't have too much cohesion left. Starting points 1475, 1925. Most threatening units, T-90AMs. They do have quite a few aircraft. MiG-29 are bombers, 29M are cluster bombers, H-25Ts are standard air-to-ground attack units, bombers, further bombers, fighters, and fighters. I wonder if they're able to call in that much air power. I don't think so. Alright, the plan, hold on to Bolshoi Cayman, start pushing into Charlie, and just make my way up that road to Kavalerovo. Knock that out. Making sure that hopefully the tanks die soon. If I take Kavalerovo out, I shut down their air support. Without that, I can take out the command unit, move on to Delta, move on to Bravo, and win. Pretty straightforward, you could argue. Right, hold on here. Deploy the FOB in there. I do want to have some infantry units guarding this particular town, or I don't suppose you could call that a town. Factories. I think that would be a good job for these, the Byonggae. It might actually be that they deploy all of their units down here. If they do that, then I'm going to have to greet them a little closer. So I'm going to have to use the Gyokdae first. A couple of Byonggaes in support. You're going to get a reconnaissance unit. And it's pretty much going to be a straightforward drive from here on to Kavalerovo. The only problem that I foresee is a pretty high amount of air power that they might be able to use. Now, as for my tanks, I have this Songun 915. 15 frontal armor, 23 AP. I think that's enough to go through most armor. 22, 22, 24. Okay. I'm going to have to build a bit of a staggered group. Especially because of the cluster bombs. Those are things that are concerning. Let's see. Laser dazzlers. I don't think I need these to deal with helicopters. But I can at least deploy them. I want a couple of APS units, so the ZTZ 99s. Chunman 90s. Not very good tanks, but they could meat shield. I'll have two T-80 UNKs with their AA, and that's about it. Oh snap. This is not what I was expecting, nor hoping. They all decided to deploy there. Okay, in that case we're going to rush this sector, take it over. This is a massive slugfest. We're going to have to deploy some tanks here. Looking at Storms, T-72s, seemingly a good number of support units. Hold. Looks like we're going to need to get another reconnaissance unit because they just killed two of them. One caution, go directly for Kavalerovo. You and you, move here. Send out some more tanks. What are we looking at? T90 AMs, okay. I want you to focus fire on these. They're the closest tanks. T90 AMs are next. I do have smoke that I can use. But then again, I have so many tanks that it's going to be hard for them to hold on to them. More tanks are coming in. Storms are not really that big of a threat. These are. T90s. Lost another Zeds. Can these Korshun win that? I'm going to assume that they cannot. These things should have enough armor to deal with a couple of transports. You Gyokde not in a good spot. You, this bridge, you and you, the other bridge. Poor guys are getting butchered out here. These are the Byonggae. I want to deploy those along this line here, along this town, so they can intercept any sort of unit that might come down the road. Further reinforcements. Alright, you, push over this bridge. Deploy a couple more Chunma 214s. Slightly more armor, an okay gun, but slightly less rate of fire. Oh, and they still have a T-64 BVI over there. Can we send in a Snowy Owl? Just to test the waters? Of course, you should never test the waters with an ATGM aircraft. You should try to do something like that. Preferably with a seed aircraft. Go for the Ansat. Or the tank. It's probably going to kill that. Yep, got one. Missiles out, killed that one. Apparently that's his main weapon, the PL-10. Because he just Winchestered. Unload. What are you? A tank. Ow. 53 points. Understood. Bryusa. T-64 BVI. Hold. Tanks to push forward. I want you to secure that road. I want you to secure this road, and you guys come here. We're going to go right through this front lane of the enemy base. Bryusas, T-64 BVIs. And apparently they're getting a little shifty about their CV. You have taken a real beating. What you holding here? You can move. T-80 in case can move. The challenge is now going to be to find them before they're able to run off too far. Oh. There he is. T-14 Armata. Hold. Out of range. Oh, it's a helo. ATGM's out. Air to air out. And the Ansat took a hit. Bryusa's up here. Oh, Scratchets, not Bryusa's. Can you guys take out that aircraft? No, they already fired their Igla. Okay, you just got way too close. But they recaptured it. Alright, you guys get back in. What is that? T-64 BVI. Lost a Chumma 90, but then again, these things are really cheap. 14 points only. Move up a little. 120 points, very nice. What was that? Potentially a command unit. One that just retreated from Bravo. T-64 BVIs here. M's. The thing even went on a gun run. Interesting. Very nice, well done. There's your command tank. Got him. Did that kill the whole group? Not quite. It did kill the anti-tank and the guards. Or at least the guards' tank. The guards' rifle are still alive. They're down to 18. It looks like they lost a good portion of their AA. They only have a couple of books left. Tanks are all gone. Storms are gone. No aircraft were deployed. I did lose the close recon company. And a couple tanks. Not a big deal. Now at this point they're all retreating to Cavalerovo. I was actually hoping to just bypass this sector with the helicopters and go right for Cavalerovo, but I'm not sure if I can do that. Because they have AA, they have attack helicopters, they have Armatas, they have VDV with Igla, Tunguska, Tu-62. No, I will not be able to do that just yet. I want them ready for the push though. As for these, refit, they did take some losses. We might as well call in whatever else we can, with the exception of the T-34s. And we have a fight in Naval Sector Delta. Two Sterigusci with their escorts, so they can only capture 2 sectors. This should not take long. I'm holding on to this one, they have that one. Oh, hang on, I have all of them. They have Naval Sector Echo. Your max range is 8.9. My max range, 9.1. Your stealth is bad, my stealth is medium. Let's have some fun. Because what I'm going to try to do is try and knock out whatever ships they have here in a hurry. Unfortunately, you cannot actually change the orientation of the unit as you're deploying it. Moon is for sport. You never know with the AI. Oh, and again, we have no spotters. All the planes. Weapons off. That made quite the dent in their forces. Oh, you're already firing from the other end as well. Those how by. Sterigusci. Ceasefire. That's one left. I want you to turn weapons on and move towards a position where you can engage that next target. Oh shit, we got incoming. They destroyed a Muna. I can deal with that. I have one more attack force up my sleeve. I'm not even sure I'm going to need that. No. Okay, you can kiss your fleet goodbye. I lost a Muna and a Haobai versus the whole naval flotilla. Good day. Okay, can they still attack? It's going to depend what these units have, but they don't have a command unit. Not the one that floats anyway, so no, they cannot attack anymore. Alright, that ends this turn. They're coming in again with a smaller group. Again, 48 tanks. No APS, some APS, and some APS. Kurganets, oh, everything has APS now. Tunguskas, not locatable, unfortunately. Helicopter group. Mi-28s and Mi-28 NWs. with aircraft. Alright. I don't want to send in all the airplanes just yet. Just a couple of my fighters. These don't do anything against helicopters. Same goes for these. Yeah, the J-20s, they can go after helicopters. And aircraft altogether, but these are my biggest concern at the moment. Now the sort of map, they have Cavalerovo, and now I have everything else. I'm just gonna try and rush a command unit through these woods, neutralizing their income, neutralizing their reinforcement routes, and that should not take too much time. That means that what they have left over here is one AA, one book, artillery. Oh, I can cheese this if I want to. It's tempting. No, let's just do one more round in Nagotka. These guys are right on time. The helicopters are gonna hold. Snowy Owls could be useful. Lijian, they don't have any seed here, so not really. Well, I can send in the 17 attack squadron. They have a medium seed aircraft and a bomber. Alright, show me Nagotka. Starting point 1775, that's quite high. They have a really good cohesion, so these are all pretty fresh units. Infantry, VDV heavy with Kurganets, 2 Tunguskas, so they don't really have a lot of AA. That means that once the AA is gone, I can pretty freely hunt down these tanks. Okay. Oh, hang on, they have Delta. I wasn't aware of that. Hold on to Bolshoi, hold on to Charlie, hold on to this one. And as mentioned, I'm going to push through these woods. The infantry that has the best AT weapon is the Yugyokte. So I hope that I can get up this hill and just ambush anything that has a potential ATGM. Command infantry with a spare command unit there. I want to neutralize this sector as soon as possible. As for the rest, I don't really have any ATGMs, but then again, even if I do, even if I deploy them, I'm not sure if they are able to be effective here. Do I have cluster bombers? Yeah, I have the J-10B. Let's have 2 of these ready. Let's send some infantry here anyway. A lighter group this time. And as for the rest, if they come thundering down this road, there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. Maybe deploy some tanks here. At this range, they should have quite a lot of firepower, even if they are tanks of inferior quality, like Chanma 214s. And as for AA, I have a couple of Stralis deployed. Let's have another one over here in case they do come in with a lot of helicopters. PGZ-80. And a reconnaissance unit. I don't have too many of these left. Let's deploy one here. And that's what I'm going to go with. Drop off all the infantry, head up north. Command infantry, start moving. You guys lined up along this tree line. 19 points of income per tick. That should be enough. T-80's moving east. Give me a snowy owl. Can't afford one yet. Here they come. Oh, you better get that into cover. Oh, we have contacts here as well. Drop on top of these. Get an IL-102 ready. Further firepower. Seems like they don't know I have a lot of infantry coming in here. J-10B's been destroyed. IL-102 dropped. We're gonna need some more AA here. Drop off, fall back. Wargame not doing very well. Get out. Alright, this is now mine. Or at least it's neutralized. Ooh, crap, boomerang. No, 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 no. Move. Ooh. That was close enough. The Strelas. I'm gonna need some more firepower here. Yeah, they have a lot of T-95s coming in here. Those are ones that my infantry can deal with, albeit less effectively so. What? Oh, that must be the cluster bomber. Kill. I'm gonna send in some more infantry here. Jukyokye. T-95s here. Aircraft dropping cluster bombs. That should slow these down a little and maybe kill one. There you go. 2, 3 even. But the infantry has taken a lot of damage. Get me another J-10B. Drop him there. Ah. We're still in command of this sector, that's good. I was quite worried if we were able to hold on to neutralizing this part. So far so good. That's a Tunguska or two. Just to attack these. Here comes the rest of the infantry. That should wipe out one Tunguska, maybe at the price of one Snowy Owl, but I'm okay with that. I have a lot more firepower where that came from. They cannot say the same. Do I have another cluster bomber anywhere? No. They all got hit. Alright, in that case, I want you to go after the T-95s. Good hit. One kill. I might be able to ambush these. Yep, there's another one. How are you losing to a helicopter? Ah, the VDV are starting to arrive. Those must have been all the boomerangs and the transports that I saw earlier. Now that shouldn't be too much of a problem because I have quite a few infantry units left. I'm not sure if they can say the same. And at this point I don't really care how much infantry I lose. What is that? A tank. T-80. No. Move, move, go. Okay, they killed it. They still cannot bring in any new units. Send a couple of laser-guided bombs onto that Tunguska before he's able to retaliate. And that should be the end of their AA. A couple of helos here. Now we need to start pushing to Delta. I lost a lot of infantry in these woods, or these buildings. But I wasn't really expecting the brunt of the units to start coming down this way. Let's see if these rocket pod planes are still any good. If my recon and AA combined don't take him out first. Yep, plane got him, I think. Now we have a couple of helicopters hovering here. Those seem to be KA-92s. Let's just for the fun of it drop a large supply of bombs here and see if that's going to be effective. My sniper team actually survived, thanks to being so far in the back. That's good, I can use those. And bombs away. Nice. That's 2 times 40, 2 times 24. Now, the next issue is going to be finding their command unit here. They did take out the backup command unit that I had over there, but that's fine. What is that? Oh. Right. Yeah, I imagine that's going to be easy pickings for the those tanks. Snowy Owl on patrol, we just need a target. Where is your target? I'm really hoping that the sniper team can see them soon. These do have an AP sniper rifle, but I'm not too hopeful that they're actually able to take them out themselves. Ah, throwing HGMs at them. Okay. Got one. You can go home. Next Snowy Owl should be able to take out any survivor. Is that AA? Yeah, I think we have some infantry over there somewhere. Kill. There. Moving up. You guys are gonna have to start walking. Oh, that's AA that I called in. Completely forgot about that. Oh crap, there's another one. Thought I'd taken out most of them. Guess not. That seems to have killed off their AA. Holy crap. Caution just got a kill with a Grom. Interesting. Firepower on those T-95s is extremely dangerous. Hold. What are we even firing at? Alright, you guys, engage. It's just one tank. Albeit a fairly lethal one. Side shot? Got him. Okay, moving on. Now it's time to start deploying some additional command vehicles, because if I can capture all the sectors and neutralize their command vehicle, I don't even need to kill all of them, I just need to flush them out of the sector. I immediately win and destroy all the battle groups. What? Unexpected. Not unwelcome. Oh, this is going to be painful. Really need these things to come through. Command unit. You got him. Okay. So they decided to withdraw, I suppose. Yeah, but they've all been destroyed. With the exception of their air. Okay. Well, last element then. Engaging Cavalerovo, where they don't have any command units left. So this should be over instantly. Boom, destroyed. And that ends the campaign, I think. Yep, magnificent total victory. Off you go. Done. Okay, that was pretty quick. Tomorrow is going to be Busan Pocket. I know it's not the most impressive campaign, but I want to see how they change that. And it could again be a pretty quick steamroll. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments on this campaign. And if you have any ideas on what to do after Busan Pocket, let me know, because I'm starting to run out of campaigns. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon for the next one.